one of the things, and you've shared that the other night as well, is being just really clear up front as you start with laying some expectations, some boundaries, and just saying, hey, here's where we're going to be in the next couple of weeks here as the season gets underway.
Yeah. And one other thing I would say, Patrick, as well, if groups aren't already doing this, the text thread is really important. You know, it's a way to stay connected. Prayer requests. We don't have to wait till Wednesday night or Tuesday night, whenever. We don't have to wait till our group gathers to share prayer requests and what's going on. Keep the text thread going. We had one this summer. We stayed connected all summer. One person reached out. I'm in the doctor's office waiting for an appointment for my son. He's got some anxiousness about it. Can you just pray that for this doctor's appointment? Perfect. And within I shouldn't say second. Within a short amount of time, just people saying, yes, we agree in prayer for you. We've got you covered. You know, that type of thing is very powerful to have that text thread going. It works well for our group.
Yeah. Prayer is such a beautiful part of small group and our community groups. I mean, we want to dig into Scripture, yes. We want to get into each other's lives and serve together, but prayer is such an integral part of a small group, of our community group as well, whether it's with the young adults, whether it's with a group that we've been together for a long time. One of the things that I know you have people in your group that are, all of them could be leading the group. You've got a really strong group. Give some advice to somebody maybe who's just starting up as a new leader. They're putting their group together and they feel God calling them to shepherd a group. But of course, none of us have all the answers, but give some advice to some new leaders as they're starting out.
Yeah, one of the things to address is to cut through the busyness factor. Some people feel like, well, this is one more thing on the calendar, and you get this busyness. We have a busyness culture. But it's not one more thing on Wednesday night. It's not one more thing in the week. This is a priority. This is how we grow spiritually. This is how we mature as believers. We're gonna open and study the Word. We're gonna speak into each other's lives. We're gonna share prayer requests. This is important, and this is foundational, I think, as we fellowship together and how we grow as believers. So I would say, be aware of that busyness factor, but confront it. And I think the hook is when we experience that, we experience that fellowship, that growth, that community, then people realize, oh, this isn't just one more thing on my calendar. This is essential for my growth as a believer.
Awesome. Now, of course, the last couple of weeks, Pastor Bobby's been working through the blessed practices, and we want to keep people in mind that are far from Christ, and there is a calling, obviously, on our lives to reach those that are lost. And how would you sense your group will incorporate that, or will you? And how would you advise maybe even a new leader couple to say, hey, here's a great way to bring that into your group?
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is at our first session this fall, I am going to ask everyone to share someone that they're trying to reach, an unbeliever, a family member, a friend, and then we keep a prayer list in our group. What's great about that is it does hold some accountability and follow up. Hey, how's your mom doing with her health, type of thing. But then you also get to see God answer prayers as you go through the seasons, the months. Sometimes it may take years, but we see God answer prayer. And not only with the best practices, but all prayer requests, but specifically to the best practices. Yes, we want to get those names on the list and follow up each week. And maybe there's no update this particular week. That's fine, but just keep those names on our prayer list.